Hi, I'm Dana. I spent most of March in the US, and since I've come back, I've spent a night in Manchester with my friend. I spent a night at my friend's. I've been trying to catch up on all of the life admin and washing and unpacking and just all the bits that come with getting back from somewhere, as well as then having to be like, oh, all the stuff that I put off for when I get back from America, I'm now back from America and I have to deal with. So I've just been consistently overwhelmed, combined with my housemate just being really intentionally difficult for no apparent reason when I'm trying my best to really walk in our eggshells to not cause any issues. And my life just feels like a continual nightmare, quite frankly. I'm really not having a good time of things. And it's really affecting me. And one of the things that affects is that I just haven't done anything to my bedroom. I mean, I have. That's the thing, is I've messed up my bedroom. I haven't been putting things back in the place that they go. I've knocked stuff over. I've had a little time, and just left it. I've put things in a place to put away later and not put them away. It's just a bit of a nightmare. And my room doesn't get like this very often, but when it does, it completely puts me off. I don't feel like I can actually do anything until it's clean and tidy and right again. But it takes so much effort and energy and motivation to get around to actually making it right again, and especially having new things in here and having things that I really just don't know where to put. It just becomes very, very difficult. So as per usual, when I find something a bit difficult, I either talk about it or do it with you guys. I'm not trying to breed parasocial weird relationships here, but it really helps me out to be perceived, quite frankly, more so than anything. Your kindness and support and everything else is very much appreciated and really lovely, but just the act of being perceived, I'm shit, I have to do stuff. The background looks like such a fucking mess right now. I can't deal with it. So we're going to tidy. I think what I'm actually going to do is film things in a sort of time-lapse mode, because I do think this is going to take me a while, and I do also want to watch stuff while I do it. So I think chances are you're about to switch to voiceover, Dana.
We do indeed switch to voiceover, Dana, and I always feel like I'm one of the guys in the boat that rocked when I do this, because I have a sort of weird little round mic that it looks like it's a 60s vibe. It's obviously modern technology, but there's a real 60s vibe, and I feel like I'm on Radio Rebel. No, that's that's the Disney one, isn't it? I did mean the boat that rocks, did I not? But as always with these types of videos, I would like to encourage you to do something alongside me, whether you're doing your dishes, tidying your room, putting laundry away, putting laundry in the wash. Someone said they shower while listening to this, which is really cool. I don't listen to shit in the shower, but I enjoy that someone did. So yeah, I don't want to put a pathological demand avoidance thing out there, but if you've been putting something off and you're waiting to get around to it, please do get around to it with me, because I put this off for ages. I really thought I was unpacking one of the bags from America then. No, I used that from Manchester the night before. That's not too bad. But yeah, so I chose to start at my desk because that's where I spend the majority of my time, and I just put things down and leave trash here and just let it get to be an absolute shithole. And then I gathered up all the dirty clothes that I'd left around my room, because they're not really dirty enough to wash, but I'm not going to actually wear them again all that soon, so I should just wash them. I let things just gather up this time. I'm usually fairly on top of it and put things back and to keep it nice. But I've had quite a few new things come into my room. I've got 2 suitcases that I need to have fairly handy access to for various reasons. I've got moving boxes ready for when I have to start packing. It just feels like there isn't a spare inch in my room anymore, and honestly it's quite stressful and horrible, but at least having it organised makes it a little bit easier. And I'm trying my best, quite frankly. That's the thing, is I always think that I'm gonna be so smart about it, and I'll start with my desk and work my way around the room, and I end up just jumping from area to area, and it probably takes me longer than ever I was kind of organised about it, but I get it done, and that's the important thing here. So I'm just sort of doing a lot of the bits that I put to one side, being oh, I'll sort that later, and finally it has become later, which I always hate. Why does it always end up being later? It always ends up being after the thing. It always ends up being Monday. It always comes round to the time that you said that you'd do the thing, and then I'm oh God, I have to do the thing I said I was going to do at this point. But it's just exhausting, and it feels like it comes round so quickly, and I'm just so tired. Just so tired. But I have hope that things will get easier and times will be nicer. We've just got to get round to them. And it's tough. I've got 2 months until I move, and I just, it doesn't feel like there's any point actually doing stuff to my room when I'm going to be moving so soon. It's going to be up there. When art is falling down, when posters are falling down, when things are getting a little bit dirty. I'm just like, what's the point? Why should I bother? Like, I barely have the energy to like eat and see people and maintain my like general mental health, never mind maintain the space that I'm in and sort things out around me and all of that. And I also like have put off making this video to a point and therefore put off tidying my room, because I made a video about this maybe like 6 months to a year ago, and I got not that many comments, but more than I expected, explaining to me how if I was really autistic, my room would never get messy and I would always be 100% completely super ultra organised. So I'm clearly either not autistic or also have ADHD. And it's just such an insane assumption, quite frankly. It's completely bizarre. Because it's one of those things where, like, I know where everything in my room is. I know where everything should go. I might not always have the energy to put it there, but I know where it should go. And also, like, if you could diagnose someone based on what their bedroom looked like, the diagnosis process would just be sending them a picture of your bedroom, wouldn't it? Like, come on now. Like, the fact that I don't always have the energy to tidy my bedroom does not suddenly mean that I'm not autistic. And the assumption that every autistic person ever has a super organised, perfect, like, tidy bedroom is just crazy. Because even, like, my older brother is the thing that I, like, often use as sort of like the stereotype or the archetype, like the original version of autism, because he was what I grew up around, and we knew from quite a young age for him that he was autistic, and like he's quite a lot older than me, so I always knew he was autistic, and he had the messiest, grossest, worst bedroom I've ever seen in my life. You know, like the level of messy that my bedroom gets, where I'm like, I need to tidy it because I can't live like this, is an eighth of how his bedroom would get. He would have rotting food everywhere. At one point we found like I'd had a hamster. I got a hamster from my cousin that I didn't fucking want. And then when I moved out, he was like, oh, I'll take it. And I was like, oh, great, because I literally don't want this hamster and it always bites me. So he took the hamster. And then when he moved out like 2 years later, me and my mum had to go in and tidy and sort his bedroom because he just left like all of his stuff apart from the suitcase of clothes that he took with him. And I lifted up some clothes and found the hamster's cage and was like, please, God, no. But there was indeed a mummified hamster in there, you know? And he is someone that like no one would question his autism, you know? Like, he is very, very clearly autistic. And that's how he was living and surviving and the way his brain worked and everything else. So it's just such a weird assumption for me. And it's one that did, to a point, kind of, like, upset me and make me a little bit angry, you know? Like, I try very hard not to be bothered by comments. But I also am putting, like, a lot of myself and a lot of, like, truth and vulnerability and whatever into these videos. So to have people, like, watch that and listen to me and everything and still come to, like, untrue or like ableist assumptions, it just kind of gets to me, you know? And I don't want to spend the whole video on it, so I'm going to shut up now because it's been a good few minutes. But I don't think that the state of my bedroom is the thing that warrants whether or not I'm autistic, you know? I'm also in a bit of a position because I really want to downsize and declutter and get rid of some stuff. But I firstly find it really hard just to get rid of stuff in general anyway. Because like everything has a memory attached. I got it for a reason. It's something I like. It's something someone I love bought me. It's blah de blah, you know? And I have gotten to a point where a lot of the things that I own are things that like my mum got me or my ex got me or whatever else. And I actually don't want them and they're not people I like and they don't bring me any good reminders. But I don't know how to like physically get rid of it, you know? Because like, not being funny, some of it's worth money. I don't want to just put it in a charity shop like I do with like clothes and whatever else. But I don't really know how to sell stuff, you know? I don't want the hassle that is eBay, because I've had a bunch of times that I've sold stuff on eBay and then the person's been like, it didn't come. And I'm like, well, Royal Mail said that it's at your house, buddy. And then eBay's just refunded them anyway, so I don't want to do that again. But I also don't want to take it to like cash converters or something and not get like a fair price for it. Like, I don't know what I'm meant to do with it all. But also, I am going to have to start dealing with eBay soon because I promised my friend I'd sell a bunch of the silicone molds that they own for like resin making. So if you're into that, please do hit me up. I'd love to be able to sell them easier. Like, if there's anything in my room that you like the look of, hit me up and I might sell it. No, don't. A lot of stuff I am keeping because I do have quite a maximalist aesthetic and I like having like my memories surrounding me and the like. What I don't like is the idea of moving with all the stuff that I currently own. And it's not that much more. I think it might even be less than I moved in with, to be fair, because I have decluttered a couple of times. But it still just feels like so much stuff to pack up and actually move. And I'm really not looking forward to having to like figure out how to organise a moving van and all that kind of stuff. It's just going to be so stressful. So I'm trying to get my shit together. But we are reaching the end of the video. So I hope that you've managed to do something along with me, but it's all good if you haven't. If you like this kind of content, I post on Tuesdays, Thursdays and Sundays. And I also post daily over on TikTok. So like and subscribe here. Follow me over on TikTok. You can also follow me on Instagram. I also have Patreon and Ko-fi if you would like to donate to me monetarily, but there is never any pressure to. I will be fine without. It's just really cool if you do, you know? So that's that. Whoever you are and wherever you are, hope you have a lovely morning, evening, day, afternoon, week, month, year, and I will see you again in a couple of days.